Have you heard of Lindsay Clancy? She's the Massachusetts mother currently on trial for the murder of her 3 young children back in 2023. And if you are new to this case, or you're just trying to get as much background information as you can so you could follow along with the trial, which is currently televised, then I urge you to stick around because I'm going to give you a very direct background. We need to know how we got here. At the time I'm recording this video, which is Monday, August 3rd, we are currently in day 5 of testimony. This trial is expected to last between 6 to 8 weeks. Could be sooner, could be longer, we don't know. There's just a huge amount of expert testimony that's going to be brought into this case. So we need to have all of the details so that I can start giving you daily recaps. As always, I am a certified law nerd, bona fide non-attorney. This is not legal advice, just my interpretation of the trial that I'm watching, the case records, and everything that I've researched so far. So let's begin. Lindsay and Patrick Clancy met in Boston in 2013. Lindsay was studying to become a nurse while Patrick was beginning his career in tech. They married in 2016 and settled in Duxbury, Massachusetts, a quiet coastal town just outside of Boston. Lindsay went to work as a labor and delivery nurse at Massachusetts General Hospital, spending nearly a decade helping bring babies into the world. And together, Lindsay and Patrick welcomed 3 children. Cora, who was born in December 2017, Dawson, who followed in September 2019, and their youngest son, Callan, who was born in May 2022. From the outside, they looked like the picture of a perfect, happy young family, but after Callan's birth, things rapidly began to change. According to Patrick Clancy and later court filings, Lindsay's mental health rapidly declined. She struggled with severe anxiety, panic attacks, insomnia, and suicidal thoughts, and she described feeling emotionally numb and disconnected from herself. It was reported that she struggled with anxiety and depression but was able to manage that somewhat naturally. However, things really intensified after the birth of her 3rd child. Over the course of roughly 4 months, Lindsay is reported to have sought help over and over again. She met with psychiatrists, therapists, crisis teams, emergency departments, and entered specialized postpartum treatment. She was prescribed or trialed on more than a dozen psychiatric medications during that time, and she voluntarily admitted herself to McLean Hospital for psychiatric treatment after experiencing suicidal thoughts. She was later discharged and returned home to Patrick and the children, and despite everything she had been experiencing, Lindsay was never diagnosed with postpartum psychosis. Then came January 24th, 2023. Earlier that day, Lindsay took one of the children to a doctor's appointment. She spent time playing outside with the kids in the snow, and nothing about the day appeared unusual. That evening, she asked Patrick to leave the house to pick up a takeout order and prescription medication. According to prosecutors, those errands were carefully chosen to give Lindsay enough time alone with the children. While Patrick was gone, prosecutors alleged that Lindsay brought 5-year-old Cora, 3-year-old Dawson, and 8-month-old Callan into the basement. There, she strangled each of them using exercise resistance bands. She then cut herself before jumping from a 2nd-story bedroom window. That fall left Lindsay permanently paralyzed. When Patrick returned home, he found blood inside the house before discovering Lindsay outside beneath the bedroom window. She told him she had tried to kill herself. When he asked where the children were, she directed him to the basement. Patrick found all 3 children there. Cora and Dawson died that night. Callan survived for several days before dying from his injuries. All 3 children's deaths were ruled homicides caused by ligature strangulation. Lindsay survived and was later charged with 3 counts of murder. She has pleaded not guilty, and her defense is not arguing that she didn't kill her children. Instead, they argue that Lindsay was suffering from an undiagnosed postpartum psychosis after Callan's birth, a severe psychiatric illness that left her unable to appreciate the wrongfulness of her actions or meaningfully control her behavior. Her attorneys argue that Lindsay repeatedly asked for help, voluntarily entered psychiatric treatment, faithfully followed medical advice and prescriptions, and that despite months of escalating symptoms, no one recognized the severity of what they say was happening. Patrick has testified that after the killings, Lindsay described hearing an unfamiliar male voice telling her this was her last chance and she needed to take the children with her. The defense says that statement reflects a woman experiencing psychosis and command hallucinations. Prosecutors strongly disagree. They argue Lindsay was not psychotic and she did not keep up with her medications. Instead, they say she carefully planned the killings, intentionally created an opportunity to be alone with the children, understood exactly what she was doing, and attempted to take her own life before Patrick returned home. And that disagreement of the facts is exactly what this jury is being asked to decide. While this criminal trial is now underway, there are also 2 separate civil lawsuits connected to this case. Patrick Clancy has filed a wrongful death and medical negligence lawsuit against several of Lindsay's psychiatric providers, alleging their failures contributed to the deaths of their 3 children. And Lindsay has filed her own medical malpractice lawsuit, alleging these same providers failed to properly diagnose and treat her deteriorating mental illness. Those are separate cases with different legal questions, so we'll be covering them in different videos. Do you feel like you have the gist? Good, because that is exactly what you have. Just the gist. I'm telling you, as I've watched this testimony, the deeper we go, the more heart-wrenching, disturbing, and complicated this story gets. There are countless details that I simply cannot fit into a single recap unless I make a video 2 hours long. I would rather break this up into digestible pieces because as the trial progresses, you'll get to take this day by day and then kind of go in tandem with what's happening day by day in the courtroom. It's a lot. Expert testimony, psychiatric evaluations, text messages, but there's a lot that needs to be covered. We will be doing that, so make sure you are following me so you don't miss courtroom updates, and also I want you to get a full detailed picture. We're just getting started. I'll catch you in the next one.